it to the end of the show.
I shall do it.
Can you
I'm
count us
doing
in,
it.
Nashville, please? Thank you.
Yes.
I should have brought a bottle of water in here with me.
What's that nasty shit? Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
No, Crystal Light. Anyway, let me start my intro.
Hold on.
And just like a piece of sizzling, baby boy, you fit inside my stomach with eggs and grits in between.
What?
The kings is what I mean. It's time
Wait,
to kick
what
that
the?
new flavor in your air. You know why? Denzel Washington gave me this. We are the nation. A conversation.
You
This
damn right.
is the Three Amigos Show podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It's an all new episode. Did you miss us?
I certainly did.
Because
I
we
certainly
missed
did.
you. We missed you. Sincerely, we missed you all. But nonetheless, so much to talk about, so little time. Allow me to reintroduce ourselves. We are the Amigos, okay? First and foremost, it's moi, Brandon Thoughts. You can see the name right there. Okay, always, there's no shook hands in Brooklyn. If you don't know me, you will. I am the voice and the people's choice, the hardest working man in showbiz, hence why I've been out for 2 weeks working on other things. I'm
that's
brilliant,
right.
bright, but always willing to fight. I, once again, am Mr. Brandon.
Yeah, man.
You do that the same way every single time. Yeah, man. Did you see the meme? That's it. Never mind. We'll get into that later. Now, second to this man right here, this great man right here, hailing from the livest borough, Brooklyn, repping Flatbush to the fullest. He's the voice of our turnbuckle talk and the realest on the turntables. He's the grand opening and the grand closing. He's Mr. High Profile himself.
Yes.
He is the Panamanian God. This is everybody's favorite part. He is the Mesher King.
I want to stay on that same song you was doing. It say, niggas is mad, I get more butt than ashtray. Fuck a fair one, I get mine the fast way. Ski mask way, and a ransom note. Far from handsome, but damn a nigga's tote. Okay?
Wow. That was Biggie, right?
Yeah.
And, he has a new museum for those of you, that's in the Brooklyn area. He has a museum that opened up on Atlantic Avenue. So shout out to Tiana, CJ, and the whole Big and Small thing, because there's a museum there.
Yes,
but let's move on with our amigos, right? He is billed today at 7 feet tall. He is lyrical. He is miracle. He is spiritual. He is criminal. He is minimal. Bare minimum. Aluminum bars. His bars ain't metal, they aluminum. He's the voice that makes all the ladies moist. Those are his words, not mine. He's the host, formerly known as Big Daddy Cool Sour Diesel. But today, he is Denzel Washington.
Wow.
What it do? What it do? What it be? What it be?
Look like he got the red light special.
Yeah, man.
What's going on in the background?
Listen.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. Technical difficulty.
To say the least.
To
say the least.
In the same way, but that's okay. because we're not finished introducing our amigos, right? We got one more. You better get your pen and paper because he's going to draw out a pen and perspective, right? And you're going to learn to love it. I want y'all to holler because he is unapologetically the Grenadian scholar. He's the whole package, and you got to take it. He is Masquerade Cam.
Thank you, and you're welcome.
Long time no speak. I haven't been on the show. You guys did a wonderful job the last show we had 2 weeks ago. I want to encourage the fans out there that are watching and listening right now to go when you get a chance. Not right now because you're watching us, but when you get a chance, if you haven't already, to go back and listen to that episode. They dropped a lot of jewels. And also look out for the breakdown, which comes on after this. Well, we recorded after this. You guys see it all on, what is that, Monday, Mash?
Yes, Mondays.
Yes.
No, Wednesdays. Excuse me, Wednesdays.
Wednesdays, you see the
Mm-hmm.
the breakdown. I want to take this time out to talk about community. I'm talking about our community. You be a part of our community. We want y'all to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Make, ding, 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 ding. Hit that notification and let people know that you are watching the Three Amigos show. Make sure you share us too. You see something that, you see something, say something. That's what we say out here in New York, right? But nonetheless, we got so much to talk about in so little time. Let me adjust myself. Let's put on our headsets and posture ourselves to get into the gorilla position.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I forgot to say, fellas, by the way? The whole Juggernaut thing I took off of the off of the running show because we're going to introduce that when we talk about, the land of the fall of the big giants. So we're going to go straight into asking. It's WrestleMania season, clearly, right? This is the best time for wrestling, according to The Rock, right? I want to know, what do y'all guys think was some of the greatest? Not you liked it, not it was mid, not it was lukewarm. What is the greatest entrances? This is not surprise returns. This ain't promos leading up to WrestleMania. What is some of the greatest entrances in WrestleMania history? And I'm so excited to talk about this, so I'm going to toss this right over to Masquerade Cam.
Oh, why thank you, brother.
You're welcome. Light skin, we
Quite
gotta
a
stick
number.
together.
Come on, son. You know how it is.
What's going on?
Number.
Whose background is this? What's happening here?
Quite a number of
niggas is in the
entrances
hood.
come to mind. You know, that's how we do it. Quite a number of entrances come to mind, but I think off the rip, my favorite all-time entrance is WrestleMania 12, Shawn Michaels coming in off that zip line. To me, that set the precedent. It set a standard and a bar that, like, this is WrestleMania, and you got to come correct when you coming out.
That's how you knew he was gonna win, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
You like Brett just came out with his little coat, touching the audience and shit. Shawn Michaels came from the rafters.
Exactly.
And what's
we done did the shade.
What's interesting about that one was Vince did it first to show Shawn how to do it.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, Vince came down
unlike
from the rafters
Owen
first.
But that's another conversation.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Vince didn't try the Owen thing. It's a fact.
Well, the Owen thing wasn't an
demoed it. Then
Owen thing wasn't an Owen thing until maybe 3 years later, maybe 3 to 4 years later.
Prevention is better than cure. You had anything else about a great WrestleMania entrance, or is that the only one for you, Cam?
No. I mean, to be honest, I also really like the entrance from WrestleMania 29 with the Undertaker, but that was in New York, New Jersey. Remember, he had all the outstretched arms, trying to like pull him back down to hell. So that was really dope. He came on that long ramp that we had at MetLife Stadium. That was a dope one. And I guess, I'm just nostalgic for these guys. Like, again, Shawn Michaels, when he descended from heaven to face the Undertaker the first time at the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania. So, I mean, I got a few others, but I'm going to pass it on to my boy, Mash Out King. Let us know what you got, bro.
Okay.
Well, I'm the host. I do the tossing over.
You know what?
That's your problem.
I was trying to help. Shut
I know
up.
we appreciate your help. Go ahead, matchup.
I'm sorry, Brandon Thought and de facto Brandon Thought, but
That's Damian Mizdow, nigga.
The interim.
Let's roll. All right. I'm gonna go with the young lady Sabrina Hanna and say Stone Cold WrestleMania 14, and I'm gonna explain why. It was so plain. It was just strictly about him coming to whoop ass. So the fact from the locker room, the walk down the hallway, the stretch at Gorilla, then the glass shaking and the music, and yes, that was the sound. And I mean, don't get me wrong,
I love that.
we just had DX had the performance of their, I mean, Shawn Michaels had the performance of the DX theme, but it was just raw, gritty. I'm just here to bust somebody ass, and that's what I felt. The energy was on 1,000. There was no pyro, there was no nothing. It was, listen, we come in to set a new era in professional wrestling tonight when that glass shattered. So I think Stone
Passing
Cold
that
was
torch.
my
Yep.
best one. Yeah. And if I had to go one more, I would also go with John Cena with all the Cenas. Right now,
With all the Cenas. Yo, I rewatched that entrance. They had to do that the whole time, and it was like a 5-minute entrance. You know how tired your arm got to be for doing that for that long?
They worked out. They got their reps in. Like, it's like, we gotta look like Cena. We gotta get our arms together.
Right.
that one that one in particular, because it was creative. John Cena, I think, outside of Triple H and The Undertaker, has had very good entrances into WrestleMania. So I
Yeah,
would
he tried.
definitely say that one to me was my second favorite one. And if I'm allowed one more, if I'm allowed
You
just one
go
more,
ahead. This
okay,
WrestleMania had
I'm
40
gonna go
years.
with I'm gonna go honestly, and I hate to say it, all right, I'm gonna go with the WrestleMania with The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. And the reason why is, yes, I am. I'm gonna do that one because you know,
Whose
Hulk.
entrance?
I'm gonna go with Hulk Hogan's entrance
Okay.
because yeah,
He
yeah,
had the
yeah.
boa, right? The black
He
and
did.
white
He had the
boa.
boa, but it was
Right.
Hollywood Hogan. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And
Voodoo Child.
and it was very nostalgic in that moment. It was very nostalgic in that moment to see Hogan come out, and and we didn't know if it was going to be his last Mania and what have you, but it was very, very strategic for him to come out, and I really and truly enjoyed that one. That's all for me.
Okay, Diesel Washington, let us know what was some of your favorite WrestleMania entrances of all time. It's been 40 years and a lot.
You can hear me?
We can hear
Yeah.
you and the
Okay.
people in the background, but that's all right. That's the audience.
I'm so sorry. I'm in an undisclosed location right now.
In the red light district.
Yes, sir. I would like to add on to my great entrances. Would like to be Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 14, right? Because as a
This is
kid,
for you,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, because at that point I wasn't in the IWC yet as of yet. I was just being a child, right? I was just being a child of wrestling, loving wrestling, and getting to see Shawn Michaels on my TV screen, because that is my favorite fucking wrestler of all fucking time, right? Shawn Michaels. So seeing him at WrestleMania 14, coming out to a live band, never seen that done before. So that was great to see. And then my second one, I would like to say, and it's funny that you came up with this topic, because over the weekend I looked on WWE YouTube when they have the 3 hours of the greatest entrances of WrestleMania. So
Oh, I didn't even know
I
that.
was, yeah, no. So if anybody's watching and everybody's listening, if WrestleMania entrances is your thing, be sure to check out on WWE YouTube. But
Was
anyway,
that full entrances?
Yeah, they showed the full entrances, and so I got a couple of mines from there. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know this, but mine's right. My second one, I'm gonna go with Charlotte Flair. I believe that was
She
what was it,
opened up the game.
WrestleMania 36 when she came out on the helicopter.
Mm.
Came through with the helicopter. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I ain't
You
never seen no shit like that.
you know her dad did that too.
See, I ain't see
Yeah,
Mm.
Flair
Starcade
with that.
Starcade 83.
Yeah.
He came down to
It
the
was an
field
homage.
and then in the helicopter. Yeah, that was an homage to him.
I
Okay,
Yeah.
knew that.
so
And that's
shout
when
out.
they was the main event of WrestleMania 35.
Okay,
Yeah.
WrestleMania 35. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
thank you for that. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was my second one, Charlotte Flair, WrestleMania 35, and I'm gonna give it to. We was talking about this when we had the conversation. I'm gonna throw Triple H in there when he came out with Stephanie and they came out on the motorcycle when he did the Mad Max.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay,
I
That was
can't
okay.
remember
definitely
what
dope.
WrestleMania that is. I think that was WrestleMania. I want to
He did that more
say
than once though.
34. Was it? Was
Time
that
to play the
WrestleMania?
game.
I think that was
Yeah,
WrestleMania 34. He did that. But yeah,
yeah.
those are my WrestleMania entrances. And
Rest in
Okay.
peace to
of course, Shawn Michaels is too. WrestleMania 12. I mean, come on. And
rest in
then
The
when you
peace
see,
greatest entrance of all time.
and then when you
re-
see Logan Paul trying to redo it, I'm like,
rest in
they
peace to the lead singer in Motorhead. I can't remember the gentleman's name right
Lemony.
now.
Lemony.
I think that's what his name is. Yeah,
Lemony.
yeah.
Mm.
Rest in peace to him because
oh man,
and he actually performed one year too for Triple H.
Yes, he did. Yes,
Yeah.
he did. They talking about, was that
Was
17?
that
It's
King of
all about
Kings?
the game. And I
is
ain't playing.
Motorhead is the same ones that made the
No,
one
yeah,
two
that
1 2 is this thing on?
No,
yeah.
Oh
Nah,
no,
but
no.
well,
the
That was
one you
Jim
were
Johnson.
talking about,
listen, I want
I
to
don't
shout
remember.
out
Which
I want to
WrestleMania that
shout
was.
out to 1 2 is this thing on. Whoever made that, you are
Jim
the
Johnson.
Jim Johnston.
Yeah.
I miss you, man. I
Yo,
fucking
Brandon,
miss you, man.
I think that entrance you're talking about was that when he faced Batista?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
They had
That's
Batista.
like asking me when Michael Jackson came from the bottom of the stage.
My
Was he
fault,
wearing
bro. I
glass
mean,
toe
They
or
had
was
you the
he
biggest Triple H fan I
straight?
know, so I figured
It's
you
they
20
know,
had
years
the
of
my
WrestleMania.
bad, son.
they
Sheesh.
had the Batista one up there for the greatest entrances. That's when he came back with the when he came with the Escalades and all the security guards.
Oh,
And
and
when
then
he
he tripped into the ring.
tripped into the ring, you fucking goofball.
He's mad excited.
Random
Let me
Right.
get
thoughts.
in there. Let me get in there.
Random thoughts. It's your turn.
All right. Nonetheless, first of all, I want to, even though the people that you guys mentioned,
Oh, hold on.
first of
Let me
all,
get
we're
my
going to
drink
say the
like
Michael Jacksons of WrestleMania entrances is Triple H, The Undertaker, and clearly now Shawn Michaels. So here's some of my favorite entrances. The ones you guys stated already, I won't repeat because they're just that great. And we said it already. One, I loved Macho Man, WrestleMania 7, and LA Auditorium, or whatever the arena was, LA something. And they all carried him in like this, and he had on like white and purple, and they carried him and Sensational
Oh yeah,
Sherry
Macho
in
King.
all together.
Yeah.
That wasn't on that list. Take that, WWE.com, bitch. Secondly, the New Day coming out of the cereal box. Right now, we want to also say rest in peace to Mr. Akira. How you say his name? Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z. He passed away. That
Yep.
was their ode to kind of like Dragon Ball Z. So definitely
Mm-hmm.
that. Also, the Ultimate Warrior. It was sort of a return, but he ran down the aisle in the Hoosier Dome at WrestleMania 8. You know, Papa Shango and Psycho Sid was beating up Hulk Hogan, and then he ran down that long ass aisle. He was winded by the time he got to the
Sure was.
stairs, but I still like the entrance. Bianca Belair, I think that was last year at
oh
WrestleMania 39
fuck!
Mm.
I
with the
forgot
whole
to
drill team. That was definitely dope for me, especially knowing that the young ladies, mom had passed away either that
Mm-hmm.
day or around that time, and the girls still came out and performed. So that was
Right.
definitely dope. I have a Stone Cold too, but it wasn't WrestleMania 14. It was the WrestleMania before that. WrestleMania 13 when the glass broke
Mm-hmm.
and he walked through that shit like.
No, it's the way when he came out through that and he when he stepped up
He
over
had to
that
like
rope.
step up. Yeah, he
Yeah,
had
he
to step
did.
up.
He had to
And
step up. Yes.
oh my
I thought
gosh.
that was fire.
Oh
And
my
then last
gosh.
but not least, it wasn't really an entrance, but I remember it happening at WrestleMania 9 so vividly, or maybe because I still have the VHS right over there, was Bobby the Brain Heenan coming in on the back of a goddamn camel at WrestleMania 9.
Oh yeah. Backwards. He came in backwards.
Yes, that's what I said. Backwards.
You still have a VCR?
There you go.
No, I don't have a VCR, but I still have VHS. I still got CDs, nigga.
Well, listen. I would like to let you know that out of all of us, you have the best, greatest WrestleMania entrances.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
I like your pick, man.
Thank you. I really did my research. I appreciate you. Well, also, you guys tuning in and listening right now, we would love for y'all to let us know what it is that you think and what was some of your favorite entrances. Be sure to comment right here on the live video. And if we get a chance to get around to it, we'll bring it back up. But I want to know, hey, yo, Mashup, you ready to talk that talk?
Yes.
You are, right? So from bell to bell and from pillar to post, it's time for the Buckle Talk.
Yes. We got a lot of things to get to in a short period of time, but I'm going to jump right into it. First and foremost, I want to thank Diesel Washington for providing this story, in our wonderful elusive group chat. And 2024 is Jim Ross's last year as an announcer, ladies and gentlemen. He signed a deal. Oh, that was you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that was him. That wasn't me.
I apologize.
Damn, bro. How you gonna give me that? You had me hype.
I apologize. But nonetheless, Jim Ross confirmed that this year is his last year as a commentator. And let me tell you something. It only makes sense. I mean, I think his last year should have been in 2020. Yeah, probably about 3 to 4 years ago. But unfortunately, JR decided, and Tony Khan, that they wanted to stretch this one out a little bit further. So JR has agreed only to do main event things for the balance of 2024. I am thrilled that he's doing it because I think he needs to pass the baton on. He is the greatest sports announcer in professional wrestling history. So, play-by-play man, I should say, rather. So I think that it's time for him to accept it when time's up, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him, know when to walk away, know when to run. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. It's time, for him to hang it up, flat screen. Shouts to Nicki Minaj. Any thoughts on this?
Plasma. Hey, Nikki.
This motherfucker. Yo, you know what, man, Show? You are the greatest, okay? Because you could just come off the top like that, brother. Come off the top like that. Your puns are just you're so great. I aspire to be like you someday.
Wow.
My thoughts on the great commentator, Jimmy Ross. I mean, if this is his last year, then he's far years behind to catch up on me, because my last year of hearing his ass as a commentator was about the last time I thought he could make a fucking complete sentence right. Oh. What the hell?
He heard you. Don't worry about it.
I guess he was frozen. But I ain't gonna stretch this out further. Jim Ross, is he in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Yes, he is. Him and Jerry Lawler went in the same year.
Well, if he retired, that's good for him, and maybe he could do some greater things for AEW behind the scenes. So shouts out to him, and if Tony Khan can get him back and to help make the company better, I look forward to seeing what JR does next and with that venture, if it
with
happens.
His future endeavors, right?
His future endeavors. I mean,
indeed.
I'm talking him. Listen, I'm bringing into the universe. I'm manifesting that JR becomes something within AEW that he can help them shine in AEW with his expertise and his knowledge.
Cam, what do you think about this being Jim Ross last year commentating? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I feel like this hybrid schedule could have been implanted from like the first year of AEW. Like when he first popped up, it was like, "Hey, nostalgia! Jim Ross is back." Okay, we missed the voice. We ain't gonna lie, we missed the voice. But after seeing it play out in real life, it's kind of just, it was like, "Oh, okay, well, all right, Jim, you can pack it up." You know what I mean? Like I'm sure he don't need to check. Well, you know, maybe he did. You know what I mean? Maybe he did. We don't know. But pandemic was the pandemic year, so we understand him, you know, announcing during that year. But like everybody else agrees, it's been like 3 years overdue, 4 years overdue. And
I mean,
so we do appreciate.
He's lost a lot, right? His wife has passed away. You know,
Right.
He had to be on the road doing WrestleMania when it was 7 and 8 hours straight. He had to wear a diaper or a pamper so that he doesn't
exactly
urinate on himself to commentate. You know, to be the play-by-play guy.
What are we saying here about the good old JR?
We're stating the facts. He had to wear a diaper so that. When do you ever hear him go to the bathroom break? You ever hear Jim Ross go on a bathroom break? WrestleMania 17.
God damn you, random gods. God damn you to hell. You son of a bitch.
You just Triple H'd me. For the people who's watching right now, I do have a holla back moment. We're going to get back to the Turnbuckle Talk really, really soon. And this is a holla back moment. I want to ask you guys a question. Y'all don't have to answer it, but the people at home, we want them to comment. And we want to know, who was the WWE champion on the day you were born? So y'all can do y'all research and figure it out. Take the year, take the day, Google it, figure it out, and see who was the WWE champion on the day you were born. We're moving on with the Turnbuckle Talk. Mashout has some technical difficulties, but he'll be back with us.
Can I answer that?
Sure, go ahead.
So I was born in 8. Okay, damn. I'm gonna be telling my whole age. Fuck it. I was born November 29th.
Hold on.
What the fuck? Everybody's holding on.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm such an idiot. I am
sorry
such
about
an
that.
idiot.
What is that?
Oh, the microphone still works. Why am I acting like? Because I don't.
All right, Matt Shaw's back from taking the shit, so you know.
Sorry about that. Excuse me.
Did you spray?
He had a bathroom break like JR.
Well, JR wore a diaper, so apparently.
He wore a diaper in between. Well, you have to. Could you imagine covering a show for 6 hours and not peeing?
Right.
And that's what Random just finished just stating.
But we all expressed how we felt about JR.
Okay. All right. Sounds fantastic. All right. So moving on to my next story of the night. It happened, y'all. Wednesday night.
Oh,
it happened.
I was
Mercedes Moné joined.
Moné Tejada.
Moné Tejada.
You about to say it? Say it. Finish it.
Don't finish it. Don't finish it.
Mercedes Moné became all elite. Okay.
Yeah.
On Wednesday nights, Dynamite, you know, and let me tell you something. This was an event where we knew it was happening. We just didn't know when it was going to happen. And, you know, it was long overdue. Before I even express any of my thoughts, I'm going to throw it over to Masquerade Cam to start off with his thoughts on Mercedes Moné joining AEW.
Well, thank God that she at least is on American television now. That's the silver lining I got from that. She's back on American television. I think this is a great thing
you got
for
something
AEW.
Against the Japs?
No. I just didn't want to keep paying New Japan Pro Wrestling to see just a few wrestlers that I was interested. So, so I think it's a good thing for AEW, for All Elite Wrestling. I don't think it's that great for Mercedes Moné, right? I mean, I feel like we like to say here on the show, you know, because of Mr. Diesel Washington, our brother, she's stopping at the store. You know, we waiting for her to come back home You know what I mean? Be Sasha Banks again, or maybe they might, go with the Mercedes thing again. You never know. But I do think it's going to be an interesting ride. We'll see how AEW plans it out. Maybe she'll uplift the brand and bring it to different spaces and different heights. That's the hope, and I really want to see the industry of wrestling progress. So I definitely wish her all the best, and I want AEW and Mercedes Moné to elevate with this move.
Okay. Nicely put. Diesel Washington, how you feel about it? Or did he go already?
Congratulations to Mercedes Moné for arriving at AEW and becoming All Elite. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Congratulations to them. Congratulations to AEW for picking her up. I think she'll do great for AEW. Hopefully, she'll do good for the women's division. Bring some spirit out of the competition that is there, because it's really needed. As far as everything else goes, I'm just, as much as seeing the competition, her going against the competition, we'll just have to wait and see. I don't want to put too much eggs in the basket with this one, so I'm gonna just wait and see. Mercedes Moné is one hell of a talent. Wherever she goes, she's very liked, and we've seen what she was at before and what she can do. And like I said, I hope she can bring that same energy to AEW.
Okay.
Well, you know what's interesting to me is you stated a Nicki Minaj line about like 5 or 10 minutes ago, and the impact that I feel like Mercedes Moné Tejada is what I know her as, so I'm going to call her Moné Tejada. But you guys know who I'm talking about. Putting much respect on her name. She has an impact. There's never been people who I never known didn't watch professional wrestling until Sasha Banks came on the scene, and wherever she has gone, she has taken them with her. So I'm really looking to see what her impact will be at All Elite Wrestling. Maybe now they will really be elite because they have somebody elite there. Like,
it's funny about that impact, you see.
So I look forward to what it is that she does bring, not only to the women's division, but also to the men's division. So I feel like Sasha Banks, Moné, Money. Let's call her Momo.
CEO, Momo. The CEO.
I hate that, by the way.
Momo, everybody does.
Sometimes
you're not only just the boss, you're the CEO now.
But
I think she's gonna do good here.
Sometimes an impact, when you make an impact, like, oh my gosh, sudden impact, it makes a dent.
No, but that's not the case with her. She makes an impact, and it's like impact wherever Sasha goes.
Yeah, it's
money. It's
but
money.
Then I see
it's money. It's money. It's money. And not to mention.
But with that impact, it came a dent.
Shouts out to her husband for making that outfit, because she came out looking like everybody. Nobody's never looked like that on AEW TV.
That's why she changed 3 times.
She looked, and it was wonderful. I like the wardrobe change.
No, I did.
I wasn't too much a fan of Sasha Banks, but I am a fan of Moné Tejada. So I want to
these nicknames.
I just want to say, I just want to say AEW changed its moniker, and I think it's just so fitting to all ex WWE wrestlers, because
you sharp with it, boy. You sharp with it, boy.
So,
hold on.
Is that a dolphin clap?
No, it's a Joker clap.
I just, the irony of Monet, I'm saying Monet, whatever. The irony of her joining the company. I saw a poster of all the people that joined AEW from the WWE, and that's a whole company within itself. That's a whole roster within itself. And I hope it elevates AEW. I really hope it does, because when I think about it for a second and I say, okay, now where do we go from here? Right? Where do we go from here? Like, because what do we do with her? Do we put her against Dr. Britt Baker? Because ultimately that's the
We
biggest
do.
female wrestler in the company at the moment, right?
She
Or
got to
do
break the. She has to break the Great White Hope curse that WWE placed upon her with the
yes,
Charlotte Flair. So
yes,
yes, she has to beat Pittsburgh's own Dr.
Dr.
Britt
Britt
Baker.
Baker. So I'm definitely curious to see.
Britsburg.
I'm definitely curious to see what's going to happen with that. Okay, next. This one is an interesting one. The Rock has now appeared on more televised shows in 2024 than the tribal chief himself, Roman Reigns. Okay, so The Rock is rocking. Okay, The Rock is rocking. He is appearing on more shows and going to continue to appear throughout the year, according to his new deal with the WWE. Random thoughts? Any thoughts?
I didn't know The Rock was even in the WWE because every time he come out, I think it's Black Adam. But with all that lightning bolt, and then he stands on top of the cloud, and then I've been saying this, and I'm gonna continue saying it. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. You know where my
You know what?
loyalty
That's a
lies,
fair
clearly.
one.
I don't trust him.
That's
He's
a
the
fair
great
one.
He's electrifying. He calls everyone a crackhead. I was happy that he changed his music to the old heel rock music on Friday.
Yeah, Holly Rock, baby. Holly Rock
I
is
like
back.
that I like.
Let me tell you something. His Instagram promos are so damn funny. You know, it is hilarious to watch his Instagram promos. Cam, what you got?
Man, it's a lot to take in, to be honest. But I very much so am a all Rock fanatic. Like, he is my favorite wrestler of all time. He is one of my favorite entertainers of all time. So for me, the more Rock, the better.
Is that why you got the bald head?
Nah, it was genetic, and I just decided to just let it go because
I thought it was
bald
like
is
another love
sexier than
TKO.
balding. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Okay.
I was saying more Rock is great for business. I love the promos. I mean, even if he doesn't have a match, just cut promos. I think that's hilarious to me. The Rock concert this past week was amazing.
Yeah, that was good. That was amazing. I was very entertained.
Diesel, nothing, anything.
So what are we talking about now again? The Rock. Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Dewey.
He appeared on
Dewey.
DJ.
He appeared on more shows. Listen, him appearing on more shows than Roman, cool, great. I guess it gets some stares and look at from other eyes, and it puts it on the product while The Rock is there. Kudos to that. WWE, yeah, great. But how I feel, we'll speak on that later on.
For Sabrina Hannah, it switched to WWE because the World Wildlife Federation Foundation sued them. Yeah, they was in a lawsuit, so now it's WWE for World Wrestling Entertainment. Shouts out to Sabrina.
You know, also, let's just savor the flavor for a moment, right? The Rock is back. You know, I know where you're talking. I know where you're going with this, but here's the thing: it's just like what they said about John Cena last year. Is the same thing we're gonna say about The Rock this year. You just got to enjoy it while they're still in the moment, right? Because what happens is that there's gonna come a time very soon that they can't do it anymore. So while they're back and they can do it at the level they can, you know, sometimes we just got to bask in the moment. You know, I agree that The Rock sometimes can feel like it's overwhelming, but you know, you gotta savor the flavor while you can, because here's another interesting thing. This is not a news article, but I'm just, you know, adding this in. This is the 24th WrestleMania that Michael Cole will call, right?
Wow.
And you know, really, like, no, seriously, you gotta give him a round of applause to him.
establishing his argument to be the GOAT of announcing.
Yeah, this is the 24th. He's officially has called more WrestleManias than Jim Ross. So, so I mean, we're gonna say with a flavor because I think we're gonna see Michael Cole in the next 3 years. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna take a backstage role and what have you. So, while they're around, we just gotta appreciate the work that they're doing, and that's it regarding that. Now, still talking about WrestleMania, the city of Minneapolis, the birthplace of the Nature Boy Ric Flair, is bidding for and Prince as well. Absolutely. Is bidding.
Is the Hennings from there too?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the Hennings are from Minneapolis.
The Twin Cities,
the Twin Cities is also bidding for WrestleMania 41 to be live from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So.
But they got the dome. They got that nice, beautiful arena.
They got the dome.
The stadium.
They got the stadium, right? So
you know what?
Let
me say this. Let me say this. If you want to show that you are a wrestling business, then yes, there is business in Minneapolis because where also out of Minneapolis is AWA, right? That came from Minneapolis. Recipes of Vern Gagne. So so Minneapolis is a wrestling city.
It is.
Yeah. And they produce some good amateur wrestlers out of Minnesota as well.
Absolutely. And I think that I think it wouldn't be a far-fetched idea. I more see it a SummerSlam. I more see a SummerSlam for them. But if you want the show of shows, then bid for it, right? Call Papa H, call Nick Khan, and see if this is something that is feasible. I mean, I don't see that. I got that from Big.
That's what I call him.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it calls for it, but you never know, right? You never know.
I mean, Minnesota. I mean,
it's not Omaha, Nebraska now. It's not Little Rock, Arkansas.
Omaha.
What's the difference? It has a mountain. What's the difference? I'd rather see it in Vegas. But if we're gonna be in Minnesota, we can save that for WrestleMania 45. This is the year, Brock Lesnar can go into the Hall of Fame. That does all go together. Like, boom, do it over.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. But that's what's up.
What's up, Cam?
I mean, it's a move, right? I think the market. I mean, the American economy is what it is, but I think you'd have to price the tickets lower, to be honest, right? The gate tickets. Because, normally around this time, they like to advertise, oh, it's sold out. This is sold out. We haven't heard any announcements about WrestleMania being sold out. Now, I know they got tons of events going on in Philly at this time, but, you look up the tickets, there's still tickets available, right? And they're pretty high, right? So I don't know about I think WWE's established that they'll sell out or they'll do very well. Sorry, in any market that they go in, and I think that's if they do go to Minnesota, it'd be another showing or another flex that we can do big numbers anywhere we go. But I assume that Philadelphia is going to eventually sell out, right? And if they do get Minnesota, that'll be to me the only question, like. Will out-of-towners really flock to Minnesota to attend WrestleMania? You know what I mean? That would be, to me, the biggest question.
Well, when they went to SoFi Stadium, right? That was people traveling from the East Coast to the West Coast, and they sold out. And another thing is the WWE doesn't announce sold out shows. No, like this arena is sold out. That's because they still are. They want to do attendance records, and they still are selling tickets at the gate when the show's going on. So they like those days are are long gone of them saying it's sold out. But I think Minneapolis could do it. I mean, why not, right? Because here's the thing. You're not counting on the city people to be there, right? You're counting on people traveling to the event, right, to come in. And My question is, can the city of Minneapolis handle it? That's
I think
my
it needs
question.
it for the economy. I think it needs it. I
Yeah.
truly and honestly feel, even though I said, it's Omaha, Nebraska with mountains, I was just being, an asshole. But I do believe that for the city, it's definitely good, right? For people who've never
Mhm.
been there, they don't know maybe the wrestling history that's attached to the city. This will be a great time to do so. So I think it definitely would be a good move, just not for WrestleMania 41. Like I said, 45. Yeah.
I just want them to finally.
For them to
Go
go
ahead.
to. I'm sorry, because I was listening. Don't think I wasn't listening.
Didn't know what you was
For them,
doing.
I was using the
He went to
restroom.
take the shit.
Yeah, Drew, go ahead, Dave.
Yeah. About that. WrestleMania in Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's I think that Minneapolis is like another wrestling city.
We said that.
Oh, well, motherfucker, just
I thought you
bringing
was
in.
listening, because that's what you just said.
I was listening, so I'm adding on to what you're saying. Like we had, like how you said earlier, Ric Flair's from there. So
Yeah.
but they starting to tour at a lot of places that don't really get tourism, right? Like where they're heading at right now for SummerSlam. They're heading to fucking Cleveland. Like who would have fucking thought Cleveland? And I believe they probably also head into those cities too, to like where they can like eventually like venture off with like the independent scenes wrestling. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
like how we seeing now this year. I don't know if you I don't know if you're gonna bring that up in your next talks, but we're seeing Shayna Baszler is going to compete in GCW, and
Right.
amongst more talent supposed to be added on to that too. So I don't know, but I know a nigga like me ain't traveling to no motherfucking Minneapolis, Minnesota.
That was
I
a
got
loaded
family
one,
out
though.
there.
That was a loaded line. That was a loaded.
It was loaded.
Well, that was a loaded
The
line.
nigga
That was a
like me
loaded
wasn't.
line. That was a loaded one. Because I had a joke, but I was
Oh,
like,
you know what? We're not going there. We're not going with that. You know, I know what you're going to say. But you know what? I might, because my brother lives in Minnesota. So
okay.
you know what I mean?
Oh, so there's another nigga.
Got place to
Okay.
stay. Another nigga like you.
See?
So a nigga like me.
We're going to be looking in the audience like, is that Denzel Washington? Oh, no, that's his brother, the other nigga in Minnesota.
Right.
All right.
He's
Let's
6'12" too, right?
Is he 7 foot 14?
my brother's so just like me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just younger. I got a younger brother that look like me. I mean, I don't want to put this out here.
Mm-hmm.
I look better than him. But yeah, my mother got some twin towers.
Twin Towers.
Look at that. Twin
Look at that.
Towers in the Twin
We might
Cities.
be the twins of that city.
Wow.
Okay.
The Twin Towers in Minnesota. Okay, got you.
Okay. Yeah, double entendre.
I am pleading the fifth.
Yeah.
Nope.
Shouts out to my brother.
Shouts to him. All right, and last but certainly not least, 2 years ago, 2 days ago, we lost Scott Hall. So I just want to say, rest in peace to Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon, and what have you. And that is it for the Turnbuckle Talk for this evening.
Wow, that was a very good, robust turnbuckle talk. Wow, we got to talk about a lot of different things. And just to clarify what Sour Diesel was talking about, Josh Burnett's Bloodsport 10 is going to feature WWE superstar Shayna Baszler. She's going to make her GCW debut. Those of you that might not be familiar, Jon Moxley did 4 and 5 on Bloodsport. So now Shayna Baszler is doing Bloodsport 10. So we look forward to seeing her. It's in Philadelphia. So if you guys are in the city, you're not doing some of the other things they have going on there, be sure to possibly check that out. But with that being said, I want to know, y'all, are you ready?
Are you ready?
No.
Mhm.
I said, are you ready? Then, for the 4 that's in attendance.
Not nice. Not nice at
And the
all.
hundreds watching out there in YouTube and those that's going to listen. Let's get ready to ramble. It's time for the Royal Ramble. Let's unhook the velvet rope and let's open up the smoking section as well. Sour Diesel Washington. What do you have for us?
Hello. How you doing out there? So before I get to my ramble, I want to get to my flowers, and the flowers that I have, I would like to give them to the and since this is the Women's Month, right? Bear with me, people. All right, I'm gonna give it to you. I want to fucking give it to you. Women's Month, motherfucker. I said it. Right. So I want to give these flowers out to the women's division of WWE, and specifically, these flowers are for Nia Jax. Oh, you're a little bit taken back. You have a problem with what I said. Yeah, I said fucking Nia Jax. I'm giving them to her and I'm thanking her because she is what fucking division was fucking missing. A fucking threat, an animal, a beast, someone that is fucking unleashed. And yeah, she had her fucking problems in the past, but we ain't talking about that. And since we're talking about son, I want to talk about the motherfuckers who out there who has a problem with her. If you have a problem with her, then you have a problem with me. And if you have a problem with me, you got a problem with the motherfucking tribal chief. All right? It's a motherfucking bloodline, bitch. So you gotta respect it. Up until now, I mean, look who we have. She came back and she's better and she's better than ever. How can you complain? And if you complain, then you need to go watch the other channel and then come back to me, then you'll be happier, wouldn't you? Yeah, I know you would. So, Nia Jax, baby. I don't mean to address you like that because I might smack the shit out of me. Or you might sit on you. However you want. Nia Jax, I am appreciative of you. Since she's been back, we have back-to-back fucking feuds with her. You don't even know what the fuck. You don't even know what's next with her. She's feuding with Becky. She's feuding with Liz. She wants the fucking championship. It's so much more for her to do. And I'm happy that she's back. Be appreciative. Love the moment. Love wrestling. Right? Because wrestling is cool again. What y'all think about that?
Well, I don't know. You kind of sold her more than you sold Monet Tejada, but okay, that's what's up.
I did, right? Because
you did.
Nia Jax is a person that needs to be sold. She was our women's champion, and look what she's doing for your division right now.
I'm just a little confused because you just used a Rock line, and you said you were sick of the Rock, and you said wrestling's cool again, and that's what you said. That's what you said.
I mean,
that's what you said.
Hey, when I said that, it was condescending. Okay.
You did say condescendingly.
All right now. I'm using words that I do understand. I hope people understand what I'm saying. Okay. All right.
I understand. I was just shocked that you quoted The Rock. I was very taken back by it.
I don't hate The Rock. But we'll get into.
And also, he's a part of that same bloodline you was talking about. So if you disrespect, hold on. If you disrespect Nia Jax and you disrespect the tribal chief, you're also disrespecting The Rock. So it's the same family.
Hold on.
But he gave her the flowers, so they ain't giving the flowers to the bloodline.
When you speak about his grandfather, you're talking about my grandfather. That's blood, the high chief.
He's looking down.
You gonna smack the shit out of me? You can't.
Speaking of flowers in WrestleMania, remember when Yokozuna came out and all of the Japanese women came out and presented him flowers? That was an entrance.
Right.
Right.
Speaking
Was
of
it
Nia Jax, you already know enough.
Well, listen. I'm speaking about Nia Jax right now. We ain't talking about Julian with the fanny pack. Okay. We're talking
Dewey
about Nia Jax.
Dwayne. He's Jamaican
Dwayne.
now?
Dwayne, come in and eat on
Dwayne era.
Dwayne, what you doing, Dwayne?
Era.
Aaron.
Oh man, imagine if he was Caribbean for real. Dewey, what you doing, Dewey? What the box up your blood, Dewey?
So do any of y'all feel like what I said was wrong, or like
No.
am I saying something
I've been a
wrong
Nia
about?
Jax fan since day one, so
Yeah, man.
we wouldn't
Or am
have
I-
the man. We wouldn't have the man coming around the cities if it
And
wasn't
also
for
too,
Nia Jax.
I want to get on your ass too, because y'all was talking about my girl Liv, and Liv has a
Oh, come on.
Liv has a
Stay where you was at. Stay where you was at.
Listen,
He's cursing.
listen.
He's
We are
cursing.
live. We are living. All right.
We are living.
We're living in an oblivion. We are.
Hashtag we are living. That is from Liv Morgan.
We
okay?
are living. Wow. Yes. That's why
Speak
she's
for
on her
yourself,
revenge tour.
brother.
She's living.
Speak for yourself,
Right?
brother.
We are living. We are living. Listen. We live it. Oh, you know what? Hashtag we live it. That's what I like. That's the hashtag we going for, Liv Morgan. We live it. Hashtag we live it.
I thought it was
Right?
DWI Morgan. I thought it was her a new tagline.
DWI
You know what?
Morgan.
Since everyone shares the same sentiments that I share with Nia Jax, I'm gonna move on to my next topic.
Nice.
My next topic right now is a serious one, ladies and gentlemen. Since you brought his name up, let's talk about it. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne.
I call him Dwayne. Come here, sick for steam.
DUANE, by the way.
Yeah, me a sick for steam, man. I feel like he ain't the same Rock that he used to be. And he's trying to be Hill, but then he's being happy. I don't want to see no fucking happy Hill shit, bitch. I don't want to see none of that on my fucking screen. Don't be coming out here trying to be a fucking Hill, but then you smiling. Which is it, motherfucker? Pick one. You gotta walk the fucking line. You can't be walking both sides. I'm not feeling that shit. You having me confused. You got me fucked up. Yeah, you got me fucked up.
So when Black Adam came back,
Hold on,
right?
hold on, you need to stop real quick. Coming in here.
Go ahead. Indulge us.
Right. We need to stop at that. We need to stop that.
Hold on. Mama Cody. I got something for you. Yeah, I got something for you. No, Dwayne. What I got for you, motherfucker, is shut the fuck up. I'm telling you.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
don't want to see him in Roman Reigns night one versus Cody and Seth fucking Rollins. I don't want to see that. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. Who wants to? I don't. I'm not with it. That is an opportunity missed for somebody else in somebody else's story. Oh my gosh. I forgot there's other motherfucking matches that's going on in the goddamn WrestleMania. Everything is about Cody Roman. Rock Roman. What about Billy Us? What about Billy
Io?
Hill? What about Billy Hill? Huh? And then
Didn't they main event SmackDown? Bailey and Dakota Kai?
that's not
And
the
Naomi
point.
came out with a carpet on her head and it was a wig?
Listen. This is a fucking
Clearly, her
bloodline.
and Sasha Banks don't got the
This is
same
a
weight. too.
bloodline. This is a bloodline WrestleMania.
It is.
That's what the fuck this is.
That was last year too.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
For the last 2 years, it's been bloodline WrestleMania. 3. Thank you. Last 3 years, we've been having bloodline WrestleManias. Last year, they fucking 290 main event. They doing it again this year, people.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But
so when it's
it's
Rock
the
and
hottest.
Roman next year,
You're
you don't
welcome.
think it's
You're
gonna be a
welcome.
bloodline
And
WrestleMania
It's also
either in
that'll
Minnesota
be
or
4.
Vegas?
it's
Like,
also the hottest. It's also the hottest storyline in professional wrestling still.
oh my gosh! Listen, throw some water on it.
You know what? It's like the Yankees. I think that's really what it is. You know what I mean? Like people are tired of seeing them winning. That's really what it is.
It just
The Yankees haven't won in almost what 10 years.
But
It's
that's
not
not what
that
I'm
it's-
saying. I mean, like it's the legacy that they built. You know, when
It's
any
not-
dynasty, there was people who were tired of seeing the Bulls win.
and
You know
it's
what I
not
mean?
that it's just tiring. It's not that it's just tiring. I understand. They are the hottest thing. They are. But can we shine some light on other people?
There's
y'all
no
sit
light
here,
to shine if the
y'all
bloodline
sit
is
here,
not.
y'all sit here
helping that.
making late matches, as if I want to fucking see a triple threat match between fucking Logan Paul, Roman,
Randy
this is what I
Orton.
mean. Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
And who's
Kevin
the other
Owens.
guy? Who's the other guy?
Kevin
Kevin
Owens.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
Which I told you it was gonna happen. Go ahead.
I don't want to see that.
What do you want?
So
to see?
why don't you become the booker of the fucking year then? What you got on
Listen.
What you want to see?
on
What
deck
you
for
want to?
WrestleMania?
You just was
Huh?
rambling about how
Who's
you
not in the
mad.
company? What do you want to
You
see?
mad?
What do you want to
Yeah.
see? What do you want to
I
see?
don't listen,
Tell us what you want to see.
motherfucker. This is my smoking section.
You want to
I'll
see
bring the
Gunther
I
versus
bring the fucking heat. Y'all bring the heat to me. I bring the heat to them.
Right,
Secondhand
exactly,
smoke, nigga.
exactly. Secondhand smoke, right.
What do y'all feel? Am I tripping? Because
You are.
you know what? Y'all know what?
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm not even
Hold
gonna
on.
indulge this.
Y'all-
You know
y'all-
why?
Y'all my co-hosts, right?
Mhm,
Y'all
mhm.
let me know. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping, if I'm bucking.
Okay.
D,
You are.
you know what, Denzel? You tripping a little bit. You're a little too intense, baby. You need to relax. Do I need a chill pill?
Mm-hmm.
No. Whatever it is that you drinking, drink more. Right? Because this is very entertaining. We love it. I love the perspective. I love the opinion. You know what I mean? Everybody gotta get their shit off. You know what I mean? Get it off your chest, young blood.
No,
Because
I
if you keep it on your chest, it's going
Whatever,
harm you.
whatever.
Let me
whatever
tell you
I'm
what you need to
drinking,
put on
drink
your
more,
chest.
'cause you like for me to harm myself. Thank you.
No,
Jam.
you know what you
I'll
need to put
appreciate
on your
that.
chest? A big old H and handle it. You know why? You know why?
Is
Because
he
you're
the
gonna be saying
hurricane?
this now, and night one of WrestleMania, when you're watching it, you're gonna be the one mostly involved, mostly commenting, and you're gonna be all into it. You're hot and you're cold, Katy Perry. Keep it moving. Next subject.
Well, you know what?
What?
I don't know no goddamn Katy Perry songs because I'm a nigga from the hood. All right.
Wait.
Like, look where I'm. Oh, you can't see my. Oh shit, you can't see my outside. It's dark. I'm in the peas right now.
Right.
I ain't gonna tell you what peas I'm in.
Explode,
you know what?
exclusive.
You know what? Y'all not feeling the same shit that I'm feeling.
No.
Mm-mm.
You know
No.
what, man, Shout? You probably would be with this 25-year-old shit from years ago to now shit.
Listen, what do you want me to do? It's
You like
what do
it.
you? The Rock is here. He's here. He's bringing
He's
eyes
here.
to the product.
Alright.
Yeah, but
Listen,
you
the
saw
only-
Stone Cold and
Finally.
Kevin Owens.
Oh,
He was
Rock
enjoying
Yeah.
it. That's
Well,
the
has
yeah.
come
That
back.
could have been another match.
Well, why don't you go home and smoke some more crack?
He's not in Arizona. He's not in Arizona.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen. All I'm saying is,
Listen.
I agree with what you're saying in terms of it shouldn't be another bloodline WrestleMania. I
That's all I'm
understand that.
saying.
I understand that.
Saying.
But
That's all I'm saying.
also,
I love The Rock. I love him. I love him so much.
well, you could have fooled me. You could have fooled me.
But Dewey, come on.
Both things can be true. He can love him, but just not like what he's doing right now. That's all.
But no, two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he knows what he's doing. You know what he did? He did that. He's so smart. He knew that I was feeling a little overwhelmed with him. Then he gonna come out on Friday night and come through with the goddamn Rock concert. He fucking got me.
He got you. You tuned in and you liked it, didn't you?
Hey,
But
Rob,
can I ask this question?
hold on. You wait a minute.
Okay.
It's rambling. It's the Royal Ramble, baby. You gotta let it go.
Dwayne, I'm sorry, brethren.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry.
See,
More,
I
more,
am cold. Yes, and
more,
you know you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down.
Mm-mm.
And I'm the nigga from the same hood as him, and I know that song.
Okay.
Just like
All
you
right.
knew I'm Every Woman. But go ahead. I watched the breakdown.
Now, all I'm saying, I just have a question for
for
Diesel Washington.
What's up, man?
So, how would you have booked this year's WrestleMania?
Oh, come on now.
That's what I asked. That was the question I asked.
You should. I'll tell you how I would have booked this year's WrestleMania. You know how I would have booked it? Going into this next debate, you won't see no motherfucking Sami fucking Zayn. You bitch. You redhead, gingerhead bitch. Gingerhead. I said ginger.
Gingerhead bitch.
I meant to say ginger. I
You said gender.
Yeah, I meant to say ginger. Right? You know what? Maybe you should be Ginger Mahal.
Ginger Mahal.
Listen.
Yo.
Here's what I gotta say.
Maybe he is Ginger Mahal.
Because I would have been booking this. Sami Zayn would not been in fucking WrestleMania because you had your WrestleMania moment last year, motherfucker. You had your WrestleMania when you chased down your championships. Oh my gosh. Oh, it would be so important and so great that I win the championship with my best friend who I've been traveling up and down the road with for over 20 plus years. You got that moment, nigga. So why the fuck you had to come in still this moment for a moment that I wanted to see? I don't give a fuck about everybody else. I know some people want to see it, but I'm talking about me. What about me, Sammy? You
what?
Bitch.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's how Drew felt at a certain point.
Yeah, because what
about
me?
Yeah.
What about me?
Yeah.
I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him. Listen, how many times are y'all gonna feel sorry for Sami Zayn? Please let me know. I'll wait. Because he done gave us the same fucking feel sorry for me, please story over and over again. He did it when he won the NXT Championship, right? Remember? You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
He did it when Kevin Owens turned his back on him. He did it when he came up and broke his shoulder when he got called up. He did it when Kevin Owens turned his back on him. He did it, and he keeps doing it. I don't want to see him.
Isn't that fair to say, though, that 1 second, Kev? Isn't that fair to say Cody's doing the same thing?
Listen, Cody's on year 2 of doing it, all right?
But it doesn't. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. He's doing the same thing.
Wait, hold on.
At least Cody's going for the big game here.
I think.
Time out. Gingerhead just went for the big goal. His ass was, bitch, get to the back of the line.
So, but you're saying it's so.
Listen, when I go down there and try to get food stamps, you know what they tell me? Get to the back of the line.
So you're telling me if he was going for the big, you're telling me if he was going for the big belt, it'd have been okay because you're saying that's good for Cody. So if Ginger Mahal, was going for the big belt, you'd be okay with that.
Yes, because that was a place that he was contending for in the first place. We've seen that with him, and then it throws me
over Drew McIntyre.
Hold on. Then that's the place where he should be going at. First and foremost, motherfucker, he put you out. Didn't he fuck up your leg before you came back? What are you, a bitch? Nigga, go get your get back. You ain't no GBG baby. The GBG babies is out here, they getting back. He ain't getting no get back off that. He gotta go get his get back. Get back means go get your leg back, people.
Yeah. We got it. I think he tried because.
Ain't that your friend?
Well, hold on. Okay. I want to say something. I think what's going on with Sammy, he only has 2 levels, really, right? Like, he has, when he's a face, you got to feel sorry for me. When he's a heel, he's like this cheating asshole, right? Like, he doesn't really he's like self-absorbed kind of person, right? With the whole Drew McIntyre thing, he's at a disadvantage because he's a face. So getting the lick back, he can only do it honorably in a sense, right? And he tried to fight him like twice and lost again. So he was like, all right, well, on to the next thing. You know, so he tried to get his lick back, but he couldn't get it.
Cause he's a
You know,
this is what
he's
I
a
mean.
bitch. Yeah, he's a
He's
bitch.
a
Right,
bitch.
right.
Are
He's
you
a
not
bitch.
a man? Are you not gonna go and get what you need and what you want out of this motherfucking world, nigga?
This is this is very
And I
confusing.
think,
Sammy.
Masha, I think.
Listen,
This is
Sammy.
He's
This is
like
what I'm
Mother
gonna tell you.
Nature in New York City weather.
Listen, Sammy.
Can't make
Listen,
it.
Sammy.
Right.
This is what I'm gonna tell you.
Right,
I'm
right. He can't make up his
I'm gonna
mind.
bring Sammy to the hood. I'm gonna bring Sammy to the hood. I'm gonna toss him a little dirty Diana. You feel me?
Dirty
And I'm gonna see
Diana.
me. Yeah, he know. He gonna know what I'm talking about. Okay? He gonna know. Dirty Diana.
Breaking news.
Put two in the fan.
Breaking news, real quick, from Jade Cargill's Twitter.
Oh, come on.
So it's now hitting wrestling, different wrestling Instagram pages. I'm sorry, I was trying to say something more intelligent, but it just hit new wrestling outlet.
You don't gotta try to impress Cam. Come on.
No. Them days would never happen. But it says that
What?
okay. It says that so somebody sent her a message and it says, "When are you wrestling again?" And she responded back saying, "Never. I make enough money not to. I told you guys that. Why do you keep bringing this up? Leave me alone." So now she's getting dragged on her Twitter from a lot of different people, about her reaction to the statement that was said to her, today.
Off her real account, she said
Off
that?
her real account, yes.
Oh, fuck. She took it down? Or is that,
No, it's still up. It's still up on her it's still up on her
Sour Diesel, could you mute yours for a second? I got something to say about this.
her
Thank
Twitter
you.
page. Yep.
Yeah. Well, first of all, this is only a week after these same Twitter Xers or whatever you want to call them, saying some very derogatory things toward Bianca Belair. We wasn't on for that, and I had an issue with that, right? So y'all keep trolling and scrolling. Only these black women. Ain't nobody asked Britt Baker when the fuck she was returning. Nobody asked her that.
Right.
So don't be asking Jade when she gonna wrestle again. You gonna see when it's her, Naomi, and Bianca beating up the rest of Damage Control at WrestleMania. That's when she wrestling again. She wanted to be a fucking surprise, you haters. That's when she wrestling again. Don't ask her. Wasn't y'all just worrying about Monet Tejada? Worry about that. Worry about that. Don't worry about what Jade doing. Sitting pretty, looking better than your mama.
And Jamie Hayter and Paige. No, I'm
Huh?
saying go ask. Go ask them.
Go ask them when they coming back on Paige.
Serena? Don't ever be coming up on these queens' pages and disrespecting them. Ever. Don't disrespect none of these wrestlers, period. Because you don't know what the fuck they go through behind this wrestling shit.
Especially people like Jade Cargill.
Right.
And Bianca Belair, who graced the cover. Nobody was mad at Rhea Bloody Ripley. She was on the cover too.
You know what the problem is? I'm gonna just say this here short. I just want to keep. I don't know.
The problem is
it's going down.
I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. Tell you what the problem is.
The problem is just that fans across everything with celebrities is just getting too far out of fucking hand, people. Y'all expect for these people to live their fucking lives for y'all. Mind your fucking business. Go be a human while they being human. Do you understand the sense of that? While they're being human and living their life, you're not. Go live yours. Leave them the fuck alone. Shit is fucking annoying.
Agreed. Keep hitting the woman up on Twitter. She thinking liking her pictures and y'all tweeting her about that. That was great breaking news. Thank you, Masha. Always with the breaking news. You got anything else in your smoking section, Diesel?
The smoke is out, but the smoke is back in. I just want to give you 60 seconds of my rambles right quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it goes
we didn't.
and it goes a little bit of something like this. Hey, Chad Gable should have been in that motherfucking match, nigga. He should have won. Hashtag we don't want Stanley, bitch. Hashtag we want Gable. Gable should have been
We
the one.
want Gable.
He had the story long before Sammy did. This is who we want to see. Gable is the person that y'all promised me. You promised me that you was going to give him a push. Where is it? Because the only thing I see you is pushing him over the fucking edge. And you're pushing me there too, bitch. Give me what I want to see. I want to see Gable, the Intercontinental Champion for 2024. Because when I see him as the Intercontinental Champion, I see a fucking Mr. Perfect in him. I see a Bret Hart. I see a Rowdy Piper. Okay? That's who I see when I see that man holding that championship. You want to say Sammy, he had it 4 times, and it's fucking forgettable. Forgettable! Do you remember it?
Forgettable.
I don't. And I'm done.
Wow. That, and ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in or tuned in during that was the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Wowzers.
Shit, felt like I was doing crunches through that. But you know what? It's time to get your reps in. I got my crunches in. Shit, that was heavy lifting. Well, it's time to get your reps in, so you know it's repping time. It's time for the weigh-in with Masquerade Cam. Masquerade Cam, take it away, please.
What's going on, beautiful people out there? Yeah, we got to talk about some things, man. Now, everybody's beautiful. Everybody got something that's beautiful about them. You know what I'm saying? It may not be about the looks. It may be beautiful about something else. You know what I'm saying?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Go ahead.
There you go. Indeed, Bree.
I can't fight him, Sabrina. I can't.
That's right, Brina.
I will. I'll lay up and smack it down with his bald-headed ass.
All right, so, the weigh-in, we just gonna get into some things. Like, we just gonna talk about stuff, just like we just having regular conversation, like we in a group chat or something. You know what I mean? We just gonna talk about some things that we like as far as wrestling fans, and we encourage the fans out there to comment as well and drop your 2 cents here and there. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about today, seeing how we're in Women's Month, right? And we all love professional wrestling, and we all have our own favorite female wrestlers. We had a whole wonderful segment talking about Nia Jax, right? And you can get into more beautiful women like Liv Morgan. You know what I mean? If you want, if that's who you want to talk about. We had Jade Cargill earlier on talking about her. So,
Belair.
you know what I mean? Bianca Belair. You know what I mean? I definitely need
with a rug wig.
I need Mr. Barrett to call Bianca's match at WrestleMania. I definitely do. But yeah, so I want to get into it. So, who are some of y'all favorite female wrestlers today, right now? Random thoughts.
Well, I named mine. First and foremost, it will always be Bianca Belair, the EST. Okay. Secondly, I'm gonna go with she only wrestled at the Royal Rumble and she threw out that Nia Jax, who I love as well. Jade Cargill. I'm gonna go with Nia Jax. Nia Jax have been putting in some work, like Dee said earlier, like we all agree. Right now, who I really like is Shayna Baszler. I've loved kind of Shayna Baszler. I always say that's my dude, and people get all offensive, but I love. That's what I mean by that's my dude. I love Shayna Baszler. I really do. Who do I like now? I like Bayley. Pam. You know when I'm at a live event, that's what I call you, Pam. Pam with the spam. I love Pam. Oh my God, Pam. I love Pam. She puts in work. She can be a heel. She could be a face. She could be an anti-hero. She can commentate if she want. She can do whatever the hell it is she want.
And she can manage.
And she can clearly manage, because that's what she did during the pandemic when she was carrying Sasha. But based on the way she was dressed on Wednesday at Dynamite, I think I might like Mercedes Monet. I don't like Sasha Banks, but I like.
You don't like Sasha
Monet,
Banks, but Mercedes
yeah,
Monet.
I might like her. That's a definitely good look. I like Queen Amanita. Is that her
Queen
name?
Aminata? Yeah, Queen Aminata. She's one of my favorites. Yep.
Definitely like her a lot. Her in-ring work is freaking beautiful. And,
Awesome.
I feel like I only picked black wrestlers. Oops. Well,
which is
that's
fine.
what I pay attention
You pick
to.
Bailey.
She's Spanish.
Oh, she's Hispanic. She's Hispanic, right? She's colored. She's colored.
Yeah, she's ethnic. She's ethnic.
BIPOC.
Oh, I like that name with the Creed brothers.
Oh,
Ivy
yeah.
Now.
Ivy Now. Yeah. She a little muscle box, boy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
She puts on really, really good dark matches.
Mash Out King, who are some of your favorite female wrestlers right now? Women's wrestlers.
I liked when you said female, right? It goes back to the Royal Rumble conversation. So that was good. That was good. Thanks, Kev.
Women's wrestlers.
They always come back around. Finally, the Earths come around. They always come back around. All right. Cause y'all left me on a limb that night, but that's all right. God's got it. So I will say that.
Come on, Papa Mash.
You damn right.
I feel like that's a order at Jollibee, Papa Mash.
All right. So I'm gonna say I'm a fan of Lash Legend. All right.
I ain't speaking to her right now, but go ahead.
You know,
you mad at her?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'm a fan, so I'm gonna go with her. I'm gonna go with
my boo-boo, but I ain't speaking to her.
I'm gonna go with that threw me off. I'm gonna go with Jade Cargill. All right. I'm also gonna go, definitely Bailey as well. I'm definitely rooting for Bailey. I'm gonna go with Rhea Bloody Ripley. That's my girl too. That's definitely my girl. And and last but not least, I'm gonna go with Monet Tejada, like you keep saying.
It's only because I don't know her real name.
Mercedes Monet. Because I always thought she was very entertaining as a wrestler, and I'm happy to see that she's in a product that I don't have to stay up till 4:00 in the morning to watch her wrestling. So I think that's very. The last time I watched her wrestle, it was at 3:30 in the morning, because that's the time it aired. So yeah, that's everything for me in terms of my favorite female wrestlers.
Got you. Mr. Diesel Washington, what you got for us?
These nuts.
You got that for the women's wrestlers? Really, bro? Really?
For the listeners, because I'm eating peanuts, and I showed on the camera to the video. Nuts. No, I do not have that. No, these are honey roasted. These are honey roasted peanuts.
Yeah, honey roasted nuts. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Francis.
They ain't cut no check. Put that down.
I'm sorry.
You don't show labels?
Yeah, okay. Rhea Ripley, I said Riddy. Rhea Bloody Ripley. That's my bad. Yeah. Jade Cargill, and I cannot wait to see what she can do in the ring. Learning from WWE's learning tree and what they have there. Of course, Bianca Belair, Lash Legend, and hey, Miss Parker, Jada Parker, that is.
I ain't talking to her either.
Jada Parker, yes. Of course, Mercedes Monet. Of course, Charlotte fucking Flair. Of course, Bailey. Nia Jax. And Liv Morgan.
She's as dry as them nuts you eating, nigga.
And let's not forget about Io Shirai.
But her
yes.
title reign right now is kind of corny. If it wasn't for Bailey and Damage Control,
All right,
I don't
Io
care.
Sky.
her title reign is corny.
I'm talking about
You're right,
I'm talking
because
about Io Shirai overall. Her title
Gotcha.
reign is kind of corny now, cool, but that doesn't take away from the person.
Yeah, and she does when she does have matches, she puts on really good matches. But
Does she? I keep confusing her with Kairi Sane.
that's just disrespectful.
That's because Kairi Sane is back, and they put
disrespectful.
I'm
But
saying
before
Kairi
Kyrie
Sane
came
wrestles, that's what I'm
back,
trying to say.
come on now, right? I got you.
She
Yeah,
wrestles
but I think the
well.
whole package to agree with you, I guess, Brandon, her total package right now is not up to par, I would say. But I would say my favorite wrestlers, definitely Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi. I think Naomi's come back and starting to do some really good work. Even though
No, she's
she's
not. She's
jobbing.
fucking up on her comeback, but go ahead.
Right. Well, I like to see. I just like to see it. She's always
you
been
like
one of my
visually
favorites.
the glow. You like feeling the glow.
No, I like she makes me excited to see like her representation in you know what I mean in the ring.
Kofi Kingston.
You know what I mean? Right. And because she's been around for a while, she's a vet, and I think she needed a little bit more elevation, a little bit more push. Mercedes Moné, definitely. For me, one of the most entertaining wrestlers right now is Toni Storm. Like, regardless of man or woman,
she is.
I love what she's doing over there in AEW with the Women's World Championship. Like, she has me on the floor almost every time she cuts a promo. When she does her matches, she does these hilarious antics. So I really love me some Toni Storm. And Queen Aminata, like you had said earlier as well. You know, she's definitely on the come up, on the rise. And I love to see her do her thing and get some needed shine. I really want her to win a title sometime soon, maybe before the end of the year.
The Ring of Honor Women's Champion.
Ring of Honor, right? Exactly. More than likely, that's probably what's going to be down for her. I respect Rhea Ripley. I love her work. But she still isn't she still isn't one of my favorite wrestlers. You know what I mean?
Really?
She still isn't one of my. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like everything she does, but I don't know, there's something about it.
Do you feel like she shoved down your throat?
Not as much as Charlotte was, but yeah, she's giving me a little bit of that. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I can't stand Charlotte Flair. I really dislike Charlotte Flair. I love Shayna Baszler, and I feel like they wasted her win over Ronda. Like they did that spot at SummerSlam, and then since then, they've kind of just been playing around with it. Like, we really thought that she was gonna get like a really big solo push, maybe have at least a one-on-one match for a women's championship. But
you know what her new mission is? You know what her new purpose is besides working the outside, indie shows and stuff like that she's gonna be doing is to help put Zoe Stark over, who I forgot to mention is one of my all-time faves. I like her music. I've loved Zoe Stark since she came in at NXT. Zoe Stark is she be wrestling, and if she don't get the show what she show here, and they want to put the world women's champion on somebody like Liv Morgan before Zoe Stark is going to be over there winning somebody's big champion, because Zoe Stark is a over exceptional talent.
That is first of all, that is fucking complete bullshit. Okay?
So yeah, I respect your opinion, Brandon, but for me, out of the two of them, Shayna and Zoe, like, Shayna is overdue for a world title reign on the main roster. Like, when she was in NXT, she was dominant. She's been like the second most dominant women's champion after Asuka, right? Like, Bianca could not breathe a victory around Shayna, whether she cheated or whether she went up at her straight clean. Like, she was just beating everybody senseless, right? And then she come up to the main roster, and we thinking it's going to transition because they gave her WrestleMania, a big Royal Rumble spot, and I think a WrestleMania spot. And then after that, it just floundered, and she's just been rotating her tag team partner since then.
But maybe she's on a ride with Chad Gable. Like, when it hit, it's gonna hit. We also keep wanting this microwavable popcorn that we put in the microwave and press popcorn and it pop, 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 pop. But what about the slow, smothered chicken, the stewed chicken that stews for hours and hours and it just falls off the bone? Are you going to eat the quick popcorn, or are you going to take the nourished stewed chicken?
Right. I do like it. I do like it slow roasted. But I just don't want people to forget about Shayna. That's really the main thing, because there have been periods in her career.
She's on every week.
Right. But there have been periods where like she kind of was like, left, and not just her, but like talents who we like and we want to see, they kind of just, their storylines die out and we don't see them on TV for like a good 2 months, and then all of a sudden they come back on a small spot. But yeah, that tops my first weigh in. And then the next thing I wanted to ask you guys was, now that we're in WrestleMania season, right? What are some of your favorite WrestleMania main event matches?
Main event matches.
There's been we're going into the 40th year of WrestleMania. There's been actually over 40 main events ever since they started doing 2 nights of WrestleMania, right? Fun fact, Kevin Owens in the last 2 years has main evented both night ones, right? In back-to-back years. He did it with Stone Cold, and then last year he did it with the Bloodline and Sami Zayn. This year it's not gonna happen for him, but another KO Mania is in the works, right? He'll be competing for the United States Championship. But what are some of y'all favorite WrestleMania main events?
Who you tossing it to?
I'm gonna let anybody jump in on that one. Go ahead.
I mean, I have a few. I feel like mines are like almost intertwined with some of the entrances, because the entrances were so grand, which means like the main event was good. And then I was also torn with really thinking about what matches stood out. Like when we think about WrestleMania 10, we think about the ladder match more than we think about, Bret Hart winning the world title from Yokozuna. So I know that the ladder match is not a main event, but to me, that's what more or less stands out. So I like, of course, the first time we had 2, as Michael Cole said it, with from his chest, 2 black women main events in WrestleMania, Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Was absolutely one of my. They match how they move, the feel for the title, all of it was like. I think I was watching it with like a thug tear like in my eye. Like, I don't want the tear to drop. I don't want the tear to drop. That was definitely a good WrestleMania. When I think of WrestleMania, it's both WrestleMania 25 and 26. With, of course, the GOAT, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and Undertaker. The storyline with the matches, the fact that, and they just had it, I think, recently on Rivalries, like how it started out in the 90s and then all the way at WrestleMania 26. The story in between with the Royal Rumble, how they damn near main evented the Royal Rumble the year before was one of my favorites. The Iron Man match.
But those two weren't. Hold on. Those 2 matches were not main events, though. WrestleMania 25 and 26 were not main events. I'm just saying they weren't main events.
Undertaker and Shawn Michaels was main events.
They were main event quality, but they weren't the main event.
They were main event. So what happened that year? We're not talking about Starrcade here, mashup. Okay.
I know, but you can't invent main events. Like they were main event qualities, but they weren't main events.
They were. Why? Because you didn't Google it and that wasn't in the main event slot.
It wasn't the damn main event.
It wasn't the go home match. It was.
It was not the last match.
I understand what Mashup is saying.
They were main event quality.
Then you should say go home matches, and I don't. Because when
okay, the Austin and The Rock at WrestleMania 17 when Stone Cold finally turned heel. Was that a main event? Mr. Info?
I don't remember.
Yes,
exactly.
Matt,
you was too busy worrying about
he's trolling you. He's trolling the shit
question.
out you. He's trolling the shit out you.
I'm trying to figure it out. Austin and The Rock, that was a definitely good one. Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar was definitely, when Brock Lesnar almost broke his fucking neck, definitely one of my favorite main events of all time. And then my honorable mention will actually go to the Stone Cold and Kevin Owens. That was really a good match. It was dope. It was very entertaining. Kevin sold the fuck out of it. To see Austin in the ring and moving like that after years of not being in the ring, he was definitely a good. Yes, Stunner versus the real versus the the imitation.
Right. It was like the rock bottom versus the bookend.
Exactly. So those are on my list in terms of main events.
Mm-hmm. Masha, what you got?
I feel like I'm being trolled now, whichever what I say. So I have to make sure that my accuracy is on 100% on point.
You was right the whole time. I wanted to say my matches up. I might have fell asleep before the last match. WrestleMania used to be 7 hours.
But 25, actually, I think it was Triple H and Randy Orton was the main event.
Yeah.
That year. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember 26, but I think 25 was that.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
No. 26 was Triple H and Orton.
Okay. I'm gonna go with my first one. Of course, is Stone Cold Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 14. Mm-hmm. I think to me, I keep going back to that match because that was the changing of the guard for the WWE. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was a time where, we needed something new. Shawn was good, but Stone Cold was so much better, and the company was better off for it. At that point, I'm also going to go with, oh my God, I forgot which Mania this was, but I'm also going to go with another Hulk Hogan match. Unfortunately,
that's all you wanted to say was Hulk Hogan. I knew it. That
you know
nigga
what?
Terry. Nobody likes that nigga. But go ahead.
No, I just going to say, Ultimate Warrior going over on Hulk Hogan. What was that? WrestleMania 6.
Yeah, that was
WrestleMania 6 was Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior.
Intercontinental versus WWE title. Yeah.
Winner takes all. Yes, that was 6.
Yes, I think that was a great main event for the show.
And it was the first winner take all match, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I think that was a great main event. I think that Triple H versus Batista at WrestleMania. I don't remember which one that was. That was a great main event as well.
Was that 21? I think that was 21. Right?
Yes, it was. It was 21.
Yeah, because then Cena faced JBL and Batista faced Triple H, right?
Yeah. And then my last pick I'm gonna go with is I'm gonna do a Brandon real quick. I'm gonna pick one that should have been the main event.
Is it called the Brandon now?
It's gonna be called the Brandon. It's gonna be called the Brandon. But the reason why I'm picking this one is because a lot of people don't actually remember what is the main event of this actual particular WrestleMania. Now, the reason why is that these two guys stole the show, that you could care less whatever it was, the main event that night.
Steamboat, okay?
No, this one I'm going back to my good old friend again, Stone Cold versus Bret Hart at WrestleMania. I think that I think Sid Taker.
Sid, yeah.
Yeah, Sid Taker was the main event, but no one really remembers that match. But
Sid Justice.
Yes.
He was Psycho Sid then.
Yeah, he was Psycho Sid then. I'm definitely gonna let me just finish my thought. I'm definitely going to go with that match. Should have been the main event that year because that's when we saw the turn that we were looking for, where Stone Cold went face and Bret the Hitman Hart went heel, and the story was told so grandiose in that match and what have you, and that Stone Cold never officially lost; he just passed out. So
right,
yeah.
Well, wouldn't that be considered a knockout in official terms?
I guess you could in certain aspects, but it was just like he bled out.
He didn't get knocked out; he was passed out.
Yeah, he passed out.
Right, but like a TKO,
that's how he became
the
toughest son of a bitch.
Right. Okay, right.
And let me tell you something. I think
we don't count it as any of that because the name of the game was a fucking submission match. Stone Cold did not tap out, and he did not say he quit. So none of us.
And can I say something?
We should have woke him up and made him finish.
I think Stone Cold was Bret Hart's best. Yes, I think Stone Cold.
It's that red fucking background. Go ahead.
I think Stone Cold
But
Was
even if you said
hey, let me say my
it was
fucking
not
thoughts.
okay,
Okay, shut the fuck up.
You
Let
know,
me
he
say my
hates
goddamn
being
thoughts. I've
interrupted.
been
Okay.
He
trying to
hates
get
being
it out
interrupted.
for the last 2 fucking minutes. Let me say my thought, motherfucker. Damn. Yes. Thank you. What I was saying is that Shawn Michaels. Sorry, sorry. Bret Hart's greatest rival to me was Stone Cold. That's all I was trying to say.
Got it.
I think he was
that was the greatest finish to your story.
yes.
That Bret and Stone Cold was the greatest rivals of each other. One
Listen,
another.
you already took the lift out the fucking wind out of the sail, so I had to, I was trying my best to say it.
That's a perfect transition. What are some of your favorite WrestleMania main events, Diesel Washington?
Well, I don't have main events. I have moments. So the only really main event I can remember really right now, the Iron Man match, Shawn versus Bret. That was
Yeah.
one of the greatest matches for me as a kid. The, the boyhood dream.
hmm A boyhood dream, indeed.
Oh, so Cody's stealing shit now.
WrestleMania 12, the boyhood dream. Yeah.
Mm.
um, anything other than that, from that, Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker. Uh,
I mean, Shawn Michaels really is
both of
Mr.
them,
WrestleMania. You know?
26 and 25. Then let's talk about Undertaker versus Triple H, the end of an era. That was another one for me. Um, the submission match between Bret and Stone Cold. That's another for me. Stone Cold versus The Rock at WrestleMania 17. That's one for me. And let's even go to WrestleMania 15 with Stone Cold versus The Rock. Right? When they first squared up, like, because we already seen their path before that, like where they came from and leading up to that. Now, these are two guys that are like now the main event of the show. That was awesome to see. That was a great match to me. And I think I'm gonna just stop right there.
Okay, those are really, 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 really good main events. And for you listening out there, whenever you're listening to this, feel free to always comment on what you think some of your favorite WrestleMania main events, not moments or matches that should have been a main event, but the main event. Google what a main event is if you're not clear on what it is. Speaking of main event, before I go into the wrestling of the week, I want to ask y'all, which women's main event did y'all enjoy more this week? The Bayley versus Dakota Kai on SmackDown, or the Rio versus Willow Nightingale on AEW's Dynamite?
I'm gonna say match, SmackDown's match.
I don't think too many people saw that match with Rio versus Willow.
But Rio versus Willow was just a filler to get to Sasha Banks at the end. So yeah,
Listen,
as far as match is concerned.
Here's the thing about that. Tony Khan, you bitch ass nigga. You's a bitch, nigga.
You know what?
When I see you, I'm gonna smack the coke out your hand, pussy. Cause I know what you did. You used her. You used her. What you thought you was
You gotta get eyes on the product. You gotta get eyes on the product.
And he lost the eyes. Cause what you was trying to do, Okada and Ospreay, they never, none of the people that you brought in can bring you those numbers that you're trying to get, right? So you're trying to get Sasha on the third week. Let me put her in the beginning, and I'm gonna sprinkle them in the middle, and I know I'm gonna get those most viewers. No, nigga, you failed. You failed tremendously, terribly. Horribly.
I don't know. I don't know, because I feel like Willow had beat Sasha for the New Japan Strong title.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes a little bit sense that if that's one of her first rivalries, they're gonna make it with what's this girl named Hart? Julia, what's her name?
Julia Hart and Sky Blue.
Yeah, there we go. Julia Hart and Sky Blue. They look like twins. That's the Twin City.
Mm.
We'll have her get
Mhm.
involved in a match with them, but it's really going to lead up to a midpoint with Willow and
Sasha,
Mercedes.
right.
And I think that this would be a really good, decent rivalry. Like, because she's
Even
one
if
of
it
the
would
only
be, it
people
would help
in
the
the company
viewership.
that can keep up with
Mm.
Mercedes right now. As of
Right.
now, Willow
Right.
Nightingale is one of the only ones who can keep up with Mercedes and really put on a compelling match. And maybe now she will be turning heel. Maybe we can see
Random,
heel Willow.
random. You know,
Yes.
Oh, because she got the heel manager, so maybe he might convince her
He's
to.
been trying to convince her
those
lately.
are those are beautiful points that you brought up, and they will, you know, maybe that would help, but I don't think that will help with ratings. That is a good storyline, but they need ratings. The story, the name of the game is to win. And
Well, weren't their ratings up this week? Wasn't AEW's ratings up this week? It
No,
wasn't.
it
They were.
wasn't. That shit was 801,000.
What was it before then?
All them shits was still like the other ones was like 815, and I think the other one was probably like 825. So now, but the people out there, they're trying to blame Monet. They're trying to blame Mercedes. That's not her fault. That's
But
still
they
that's
said
your
they
that's
did the
your
ratings
leader's
went down.
fault. Yeah, the ratings went down. They
were
always go
up.
down.
The first hour went down before the end of the show.
Right, because the main event wasn't a big draw. Like you know,
it wasn't a big draw because it wasn't nobody gonna sit down and wait no goddamn
watch
Sasha
Riho, right?
And wait for Mercedes to come back out at the end. Like
They was waiting.
did that.
They was just waiting for her to change her outfit.
But he did
Yeah,
that. But he did that. It made it seem
it was like the MTV was.
He did it to make it seem like it was gonna be like something big for the women's revolution. That like you was gonna have like a all women brawl out or something. You did nothing. And matter of fact, that's my expectation.
I was gonna say that. Happy you
that's
said
my
that.
expectation. And there's probably other people expectations also, but it didn't go down like that. So let's get to it. Wrestler of the week. Mine is.
Wait, hold on now. Hold on. I didn't give my main events for WrestleMania, so I'm sorry. I had to step. My segment is long. My segment is long.
I thought you did. I really thought you did. Give yours.
No, it's cool. I stepped to the bathroom. I really had to.
I thought we were done. Sorry.
So it's totally fine. Anyway, so I do want to say there is an honorable mention of a match I really felt should have been a WrestleMania main event, and it was WrestleMania 35, Kofi Mania. Right? It wasn't the main event of that WrestleMania, but it was to me the match that stole the show, and it was really a really, really good match. Some of my favorite WrestleMania main events was WrestleMania 30, right? Yeselmania, when Daniel Bryan went through that whole storyline. To me, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was the first time I think in the modern era that the fans changed what WWE was doing, right? As far as giving us what we want to see at a WrestleMania, right? Like this year is another really good example of that. Right. So I feel like that, it set a bar, but it also the storyline and the matches, Daniel Bryan wrestled twice that night, and both matches were like 5-star matches in my opinion. Right.
I just hated the furry boots he had on.
Right. Well, I guess it went with his because he was the GOAT, right? Or the bearded GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, right? Yeah, right. And so that was the goat skin boots.
Makes sense. Okay, that I get it.
Right. A WrestleMania, I don't think a lot of people talk about as far as main events, but a really good match was to me was WrestleMania 24, where Edge versus The Undertaker for the World Heavyweight Championship. I really like that match. To me, that match that was a really good match for the Undertaker because it culminated his story. And Edge, he kind of. Right? I am an Edgehead. So yeah, I do favor.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
WrestleMania 20's main event. Y'all remember that main event?
20, yeah, that was Chris Benoit,
Chris
Shawn Michaels,
Benoit,
and
Shawn
Triple
Michaels,
H.
Triple H.
Hmm.
That to me was a beautiful
That
WrestleMania
was a
match.
good match. That was a
That
good
was an
match.
amazing match. The story leading up to it was amazing as well. So, like, I know we don't say his name that much or not allowed to, but I really think that was a really good WrestleMania main event. And WrestleMania 37, right? Sasha Banks, night one,
Hmm.
Bianca Belair, right? To me, that was an amazing, amazing match. The symbolism alone was it. But I think one of the but the best WrestleMania matches, main event matches, for me, it was the first time I got to see a WrestleMania live. Was actually WrestleMania 14, Stone Cold versus
Wait,
Shawn Michaels.
but you were in Boston at the TD Garden?
No. On
Oh,
TV.
okay.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Like my parents finally had cable, and I was like, they let me buy the pay-per-view. I was like, I could buy it, right? Because you know what it is? I think my dad's the first. My dad don't watch wrestling, but because Mike Tyson was a part of that WrestleMania, right? My dad was like, all right, we're gonna buy it. I want to see what Mike Tyson gonna do with these guys, So that to me was like over the top, and I think my last one is WrestleMania 37 Night 2, when Roman Reigns stacked Daniel Bryan and Edge, and just said a crazy ass statement. Like, we know it was bloodline shenanigans. That's fine, but the mere fact that he actually stacked two competitors and pinned them 1, 2, 3, and we all thought that Edge was going to finish his story, right, and get a world title, and finally get a world title with his whole 10-year, 11-year comeback. That didn't happen, you know what I mean? And it was just the elevation of Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. So
You know what
those
I
are my
enjoy if y'all ever pay attention to the video packages, WWE, all those guys that's over at AEW now, all ex-WWE wrestlers, as our host Mashout said it.
right, all ex WWE wrestlers.
Yes.
AEW.
They
all
always
ex-WWE.
show Roman or whoever who's dominating Gunther beating them up. They don't take those clips out. They leave those clips right in. They leave those clips right the hell in there, showing whoever's dominating in the WWE beating up whoever's doing whatever over there. I don't know if y'all ever pay attention to that, but definitely pay attention to that. I guess this is a perfect time to talk about the wrestler of the week. We had a lot of wrestlers list, WrestleMania, wrestle. A lot of wrestling happened this week, ladies and gentlemen. Who is your wrestler of the week? I'm going to kick it off with Diesel Washington.
My wrestler of the week is Chad Gable. Hashtag we want Gable.
Gable.
Hashtag we want Gable.
Gable.
We want Gable.
Gable.
We want Gable.
Gable.
Not Gable Stevenson.
Gable Stevenson's kind of cool. Right, I guess we're ready, willing, and Gable, huh? Right? Cam, who's your wrestler of the week?
Oh, my wrestler of the week is, right now, the reason why wrestling is cool again. You know what I mean? The people's champion.
You can't pick
Hollywood Rock.
You can't pick him every week.
No, I didn't. I picked. That's fine. We've established a precedent on here that the rest of the week.
You said wrestler of the week, and it's not that he.
But we already right. Exactly. So it's The Rock. I don't pick him every week. I pick Randy Orton. All right. So Randy Orton
or Randy Orton.
Right. Yeah. Isn't it? So anyway, it was The Rock, and it was The Rock concert. I mean, like, how could we not sit there and say that we didn't enjoy that? And I mean, everything was going good. Everything was going well. I mean, and the fact that he kicked on SmackDown with that, it was hard for. I mean, the rest of the show was great, but it was hard for somebody to overtake that moment for the week for me. So The Rock.
Mashup.
Who's
your wrestler of the week?
I'm gonna go with Mercedes Moné.
Okay.
Yes, Mercedes.
Even though that promo was.
It was. But I'm gonna go with Mercedes Moné because I felt that, you know what, it was time that she came back. It was long enough due, and it was time for her to come back, and that's why I felt like,
Yeah,
okay, let's go.
it was time for her to come back with that bullshit ass interest music. It is a
The music
fucking
is terrible. I would agree.
CEO. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, the
You
music is
can have
terrible.
it. Come
That's
on,
because Shivani can't say it's boss time.
Come,
That's
oh,
why. So he's
ooh.
just gonna do CEO.
I mean,
That's it.
CEO ain't better than what that trick. Uh-huh. Yeah. I like it.
I
But
like
if the
it.
song had "Whip That Trick" in it, it would be corny.
Oh, okay. They added Booker T's and the audience's participation to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
My
Wait,
wrestler of
no. The Booker T shit and the audience shit is genuine, organic on its own.
Right. He was saying it'd be whack if they had put that in the
in
song.
it,
Oh,
like
yeah,
if
of
it's the
course.
song, yeah. Because
Yeah,
I
of
listen to his
course.
music while I work out. I'll be like, oh, okay, it makes
Oh,
sense. I
okay,
like it.
okay. Oh, you work out every day. You
Oh, you drink every day. Nobody's stopping you. Mute your fucking mic so I can say my wrestler.
First of all, I don't drink
I
every
don't,
day.
you know.
Nigga,
I
mute your
don't
mic
drink
so I
every
can
day.
say my
I was,
wrestler.
Whoa.
I was,
Don't put that out there to the people.
I
I
was
don't
gonna
drink every
ask.
day. I do
I was
not
gonna
drink
ask.
every day.
Listen,
I
I'm just
haven't drank in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks.
Oh wow,
Don't
let's
do
get that nigga a green bean. Get that
Nice,
nigga a
nice.
goddamn
So
green
say it's your
bean.
first day in 3 weeks that
all
you
right,
drank.
Cam. We don't, Cam.
This ain't, hey, nigga.
Yeah, we don't need to. Yeah, we don't.
I was just trying to be supportive. I was trying to be supportive.
No.
You know.
My wrestler of the week is fucking Willow Nightingale. Fuck that.
Okay.
He didn't say Riho. He said Willow.
Yeah, no. He said, yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, it's the eyebrow. He's trying to do the eyebrow. I can see it. I can see
I
it.
had more wrestlers of the week, but I don't feel like going through that. We already talked enough about wrestling. Fellas, ladies, gentlemen, everyone listening, paying attention, and fellas here on this call tonight. What are your final words? What do you want the people to know? How do you want to inspire them for the week?
I'll go.
I was gonna say
the
Undertaker should go first down there.
Oh, okay, go ahead, dude. Go ahead.
This nigga, it would die.
Die.
Rest and peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, be grateful, because the love of life is a life of love, and if you love life, life is love. Peace.
Wow.
Right,
We almost
yeah.
did that perfect. Wow. Cam, what's your final words? Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. So this is something that resonated with me throughout the week. And it's oftentimes what stands in the way of humility is foolish pride. The fear of shame and embarrassment will fuel foolish pride and cause a downfall. Recognizing that being free of fear will allow you to be humble.
Mm-hmm.
Making mistakes is part of life, and you should not be ashamed to be embarrassed, but yet embrace and experience them.
I'm not gonna lie. That was beautiful.
Appreciate
But every time, listen, I don't want to fucking bow my heads and hold hands. Okay, you just gave me a bow my head and hold hands, and your hands feel really nasty right now. Go wash your hands. Thank you.
What?
Cam actually has soft hands. That's something he prides himself on. He has very soft hands.
What?
I remember that. I do remember that. Mash out your final thoughts. This show is off the rails. I don't know what's happening.
Very much so.
Show. I won't be
Very much off the rails.
What?
I'm getting out of here. Before this shit sink, I'm out of here.
Come on, Papa Mash, bring us back. Bring us back.
All I want to say is make sure you invest in yourself first before you invest in anything else.
That's a good one, Mash.
I know that's right.
Did you say invest or vest? Because this just sounds like you said vest.
Invest.
Can you say that one more time?
Make sure you invest in yourself first before you invest in anything else.
You see, when you said the first invest, it says make sure you.
I said invest, damn it. Okay.
You know what? That is your word. I can't wait to hear Brandon's. Let's go.
I don't
Brandon
have much
thoughts?
to say, but I'll leave you with a random thought. Before the truth can set you free, you need to recognize which lie is holding you hostage. Sometimes we have to let go of what is killing us, even if it kills us to let go. That's the Brandon Thought. I'm Brandon Thought. That's Mash Out King. That's Diesel Washington. That's Masquerade Cam. We are the Three Amigos Show podcast. We love you. You have something to say?
One bitch, two bitch, old bitch, new bitch. None of y'all bitches gonna do shit. Ah! Okay, that was some
Is that your final thought now?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for an all new episode. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share, comment. Let us know what you think. We love you all for listening, watching, and paying attention. We are the Three Amigos Podcast Show, and we're out.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So Padsman.
yeah.